Hello guys and welcome to today's matchup between the Loyalist Lancers at your Algonquin College Wolves. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan, followed by the one, the only, the greatest color commentator of all time,
Russell Silverson. Thank you so much, Bailey. Likewise, over to you. I think this is going to be another great game today.
It is going to be a great game. The 3-6 Algonquin Wolves coming off a two consecutive back-to-back win, about two-game win streak here, are facing off against the 4-3 Loyalist Lancers, and we knew how they played against the 4-3 Georgian Brown College heading into that home game, and they were able to smoke them in 4 sets. Coming out, will they do the same thing today against a 4-3 Loyalist team, Russell?
I mean, that would be great to see, obviously, but this Loyalist team is also coming off back-to-back wins. They most recently defeated the Seneca Sting 3-1. They've been led by Liam Hill. He was big in their win over the Sting, tallying 20 kills and 3 service aces. So really great offensive player there, great off the serve and great at finishing. And he's also 5th in the league in kills per set, averaging 3.48 kills per game. So he's great all the time, it shows. And he's not the only standout either, Bailey. Rookie Tobias Archibald is 3rd in the league in service aces per set, averaging .77. He put up 6 service aces against Seneca to go alongside his 37 assists, which was more than any other player on both sides of the court over Seneca. So Algonquin's really going to have to rely on their league leader in digs, Ben Puskis.
Well, he's been incredible for them.
He's been really good. And to try and stop this very, as it seems, high-flying offense. But yeah, no, Algonquin's a very defensive team, Puskis, 115, leads the entire league with digs. And Abdelaziz not far behind. He's 4th in the league with 70 digs. So that's pretty interesting to see. And Victor Laundry is 4th in the league in digs per set. He averages 2.85. So obviously, Seneca's got a lot of high-flying offense, but Algonquin, a lot of defense here. So we'll see which way this game will go. The last time these teams played, though, was in Belleville, and Algonquin lost 3-0. So Algonquin looking to get a bit more revenge here on their home court.
Now with a little bit of favor in hand here, coming off of 2 consecutive back-to-back wins.
Yeah,
we'll see how they do.
That was kind of during their big slump, right? They started off like 1-6, so we'll see how they fare now. They've won 2 in a row, right? Obviously something's working, right? With back-to-back wins off Fleming and George Brown. Hope to make it. Maybe they can make it 3 in a row tonight. I sure as hell hope so.
That's right. Very excited to see. We talk about Abdelaziz and what a spectacular player he's been. He's got 103 points on the season, leads the Wolves in points, and he's averaging 3.44 per set. If we bring it over, we talk about Gavin Hassel here. He's got 210 assists on the season. He's been absolutely spectacular at setting up the play above the attacking line, and very excited to see how he'll play tonight in tonight's action against the Loyalist Lancers as well.
Wolves then athlete of the week too.
Yeah, we mentioned Ben Puskis, so we won't really touch on him a bit, but Mateo Nunez Cruz, and how spectacular he's been. He's 3rd in the Wolves in points per set, averaging 2.2, 67 points in the season, but he's been absolutely spectacular at making the play out in front of his ball too. He's got 5 assists on the season, kind of falls off, but still, he's averaging a little more than the rest of his counterpart teammates, and it's just how spectacular he's been on the attack. He's got such a dangerous hit, given the fact that Julian Tran has 2, but those are 2 standout players whenever it comes to generating offense. So we're very excited to see how this Wolves squad is going to do today against the 4-3 Loyalist Lancers, and let's see if they can improve their record to a 4-6, right? So very, very excited to see how today's action is going to go as they call the starting lineups. We want to thank everybody at home for tuning in for today's game on YouTube or the OCAA website. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan, followed by your color commentator, Russell Silverson. We're very excited to see how today's matchup is going to turn out here. Talk about the team a little bit. In 9 games, they're averaging just a little over 10.5 kills per set with a hitting average of 9, with a hitting percentage of .239, right? So a very offensively talented team here. Averaging 15 digs per set, and that kind of goes back to what Russell was talking about before and how great they've been defensively. So they've been able to work around their 2-way game a lot here, and that's what generates winning volleyball teams, right? So they've come out here in the last couple of games boosting their averages, and we've seen that in their digs per sets and their kills per sets here. Still great numbers to have under your belt heading into today's game against Loyalist. Come off 2 back-to-back wins, a 3-set win over Fleming and a 3-1 set victory over George Brown. 2 wins at home. Talk about a team who's able to win all of their games at home with a 3-2 home record.
Should be an entertaining matchup tonight. Both these teams on 2-game win streaks. Loyalist currently sits 4-5. Algonquin 3-6 now. So similar enough records, similar enough teams here.
Algonquin heading in this game currently 3rd to last in the East. Let's see if they can make a change with today's victory. Coming out here with the opening serve, is able to play this one into the front. Nicely done. Julian Tran here coming out for the spike. Loyalist will control the ball nicely and come for the set. And now playing down low. Unable to make the play of the ball. I don't have the
Gavin Hassel wasn't able to quite get it.
Game sheet here. Loyalist coming out for the serve. Look to see what they're going to do with it here. Going to play this one up and over, and Spence is able to play that one into the front court. Coming out with it, Ryan Lincoln. Talk about how great he's been last game, but coming out, Mateo Nunez Cruz with the kill. And he'll tie the set back up at 1 year. He must have came into this game with a haircut, because that's a look we haven't seen last game.
I think it's working for him, though. It's a nice look.
Ryan Lincoln in behind the end line here. Look to see what he's going to do with it. Comes out here with a nice serve. Is able to play that one right into the middle, but now transitioning to the front end. What a dangerous kill. How spectacular was that? Evan Westerman.
Yeah, just completely laying down the hammer and bonking down on that nail.
Wow. What a lethal spike there. What a beautiful setup and just a great play. It all starts with the defensive recovery. Now coming out, Mateo Nunez Cruz, and that ball is going to get hammered away, and now forced to play this one over the net there is going to be Abdel Aziz. Now setting up nicely, coming for the attack. Nice block out in front. Initial is able to slow down the pace of that. Now moving it the other way, Mateo Nunez Cruz, just the way he's able to spike the ball is so good. The point's going to be awarded to the Wolves, and I believe there's going to be one too many touches on that ball there, and the Wolves are going to be able to pull through here, tying the set back up at 2.
Yeah, and just one too many moves. Getting a little too fancy on that one, and the Wolves will capitalize and tied 2 apiece now.
That's exactly what you like to see in Julian Tran. How spectacular has he been from in behind the end line here, coming out here with another lethal serve. It'll come back to him, and nice job to play that from the middle onwards. Off a body and out, but what a great touch nonetheless there. Ryan Lincoln sending it up for the front there. Abdel Aziz with way too much firepower on what? Is there something I missed there? Did it go off a player? Was that played inside the line?
Not sure. I mean, Lancers were pretty confident that it was theirs, but
nonetheless, the point's going to be awarded to the Wolves, and they're going to score the go-ahead here in the set. Now we're up 3-2 over the Lancers, and a little bit of a controversial play is kind of one I'd like to have a little explanation to, but Julian Tran was going to fire that one way off the sideline, and set's going to get tied back up at 3 with the Wolves giving up the go-ahead here. Or not the go-ahead, but the equalizer. Heels on the line after that recent serve. Coming out there, Nunez Cruz with a dangerous kill there. Once again was going to pull through and get the Wolves to go ahead. Nicely done.
yeah, that's a big-time spike by a big-time player. Really, we talk about how great he's been over the last couple games, especially in this recent winning streak here. He's going to get the chance to serve here now and keep this lead going, maybe extend it here.
Nunez Cruz playing that one, and I believe it's going to be awarded to the Wolves there. And you know, Loyalist coach isn't too happy with what he's seeing, but they're going to play that one from inside the line, and that's exactly what the Wolves like to come out here with early, up a 2-point lead over the Lancers, team that previously beat them 3-0 in the past. Come through off a recent serve error there. Mateo Nunez Cruz coming off, and Malcolm Spence coming on, and a player we haven't seen play much this season. And a massive error there coming off. It's going to play that one right into the bottom right of the netting. As recently mentioned, Wolves Den Athlete of the Week. Let's look to see what he's going to do with this next serve. Playing this one down and low, but still great leverage on it. It's going to be moved away. Malcolm Spence able to keep the ball in action. Coming out, Abdelaziz is going to be a bad touch off the play. The point's going to be awarded to the Wolves off of a recent kill from Abdelaziz.
And the libero, Holden Bro, is going to try to go in. And he kind of just, I don't know if he slipped or something. He made kind of an awkward slide outside of bounds here. But good effort on him trying to get that ball.
Gavin Hassel, after a recent gorgeously executed serve, is going to come through with another great one, but a good block, and it looks like that's going to be awarded to the Loyalist Lancers there after the ball is deflected out off of the block, coming in tight of the net.
Yeah, just an unfortunate block that backfires on Ryan Lincoln here. You know, he was right up, got a nice block, but that was a hard ball with a good spin, and it goes outside of bounds, and that'll be a Loyalist point every day of the week here. But they're still down by 2.
Sam Groden here to take the serve. Is going to play that one up and over. Now transitioning into the front court. He's talking about a Wolves that's been able to do that exceptionally well, and it'll work here for them out on the court tonight. Pulling through in a 3-point lead now over the Lancers. Abdelaziz is a very 50-50 guy when it comes to serving. We'll look to see what he has in his back pocket here for the Lancers coming out there. And wow, what a great serve.
That was insane. Wow.
There's so much power behind that. They're going to
well placed too, right along the line of the back court there.
Ryan Lincoln there with the recent attack. Great job of getting down low there. Hassel with a great dig. Going to move this one to the front once again, and it's going to be played off. But Abdelaziz kind of eyeing it there. Wasn't going to chase after it finally, but Carl Rollins is going to come out onto the court here for the Wolves after the end of the last rally. Coming out for the serve there. Spence is going to move that one forward. Nice job, and the Wolves going to have a little deceiving setup there, and I feel like that's going to be played way over there. Julian Tran with way too much firepower on that.
Yeah, it almost looked as if that went through the hands of Titus, but nope, he didn't get a piece of it. I think it went through his arms, kind of in like a circle area.
Tibitus.
Titus?
Okay, I heard Tibitus.
No, Titus.
That's going to be moved back the other way here. The Wolves doing a great job at setting up. Beautiful overhead in there. Nicely done, but I don't know if there was a lack of communication going on there, but great job. Going to move it over to the front for Julian Tran there. It was going to be a little bit of an angle off of that recent block there. Carl Rollins keeping it around the front court. Nice job by him. Moving it forward. Oh! Malcolm Spence getting down low, and a little bit of a Superman dig effort there. Was able to keep the ball in play, but just an overwhelming touch coming off of Hassel's hand. And
yeah, the effort was there, but the point is not. The ball goes right back over to the Loyalist.
Julian Tran there, great job by him, but Carl Rollins showing up in tonight's effort. Great job. He'll register his first dig of the night and go back from in behind the end line here. Not his first dig, technically his first kill, but my bad. The Wolves will take the go-ahead here. Up 9-8 over the Lancers. What does Rollins have in favor here? He's going to bump this one off. And they're not going to set the way they drew it up in the playbook here. They're going to be able to move this one forward. The Wolves have just been able to transition spectacularly. The point's going to be awarded to the Lancers here off of Tran's bad angle. Nonetheless, we'll take this from in behind the end line here, with the set now tied up at 9. A very different look than how we saw it in our first game against the Lancers this season.
Yep, for sure.
And a great job by Ryan Lincoln there. Was going to play that off of the deflection, and a great job there. And the Wolves will take the go-ahead in the set to come up 10-9 here over the Lancers.
Yeah, he's been great, you know, taking advantage of the blocks and also blocking himself and taking advantage. We've seen it a couple times so far. Coming
up here, heel play heels on the line. Nice job by him. Coming Coming over and trying to get down low to produce a dig will be unsuccessful.
And that play was faker than my ex, Bailey. You saw a couple deceitful plays there and right through and outside of bounds. Sorry, I knew that one would make you laugh.
That was a good call. Off a recent service error there, and that'll go right into the netting, and they'll forfeit the point over to the Wolves here. Still up 1 over the Lancers.
Yeah, that was just a
Faker
really
than my
good.
recent ex.
Yeah, no, that was just a really deceitful play there. You saw that the 2 players going in for the fake spike, and then eventually the third one, and went right through. I believe it was Ryan Lincoln. So that's just a really well executed play by Loyalist.
Great, and they'll set up here, nice block, and that'll go right into the face there. Heavy off of Breo, Holden Breo, and he'll get up there, and he'll kind of shrug that one off. The Napanee native playing in his 2nd year with Loyalist, but I'll take that one hard to the noggin.
Powerful by Julian Tran there.
That'll be a bad touch of the ball there, and that'll kind of oversurface the sideline. Wolves still up 1 here, awaiting the next serve. Coming forward, and Malcolm Spence was going to be able to move that one front. Nice job by him there, but something. That'll go right off Abdelaziz. A point's going to be awarded here to the Lancers.
Well, I've just been putting on the heat as of late. You know, they're trying a lot of different trick plays. You see a lot going in for the fakes and then coming in back. It's worked for them a lot so far.
Coming out there, Ryan Lincoln, a heavy hitter there. Nice job by him, but unsuccessful in the attempt to make the point. He's going to play that one over, and Mateo Nunez-Cruz leave it up to him to come in clutch, and he'll pull through with the kill. Pulling up the go-ahead here over the Lancers. Nice job.
Bang!
Nice job.
Yeah, it was a good block on the Algonquin side, but again, spinning ball off the hands and out. And we've seen a lot of balls kind of spin off in that corner on that side of the court there. A lot of action going on there. Been a consistent spot.
Coming out for the next serve here is Titus, Kean Titus coming through, and that's going to be, I wouldn't have played that ball if I were the Wolves.
I think it was curving down though. It was hard to say, but
Carl Rollins, great effort from out in front there.
Tried to just pick that ball down. And Julian Tran all alone, the backcourt gets beat on that one. That bit of an unfortunate play there. You know, sometimes you get a little too high, you get a little up to the front. It happens, you know, when the play gets a little more involved in front of the net, but unluckily for Algonquin, the Loyalists will get that ball, a heavy spike, and Julian Tran's left all alone.
Titus coming out here once again, and oh, that's going to be a one-directional hitter there. That was going to go right down. Holy Mackinac.
Yeah, Gavin Hassel set up a beautiful play there for Carl Rollins, but, you know, when you hit a ball into a brick wall, it doesn't go very far. It bounces back, and that's exactly what happens on that play.
That's for sure. Coming out for this next serve, here's Hassel. He'll go down, play the ball nicely there, and Abdelaziz is going to control this one. Nice going out for this. Oh, Ryan Lincoln was going to play that one from inside the sideline. Great job and great effort by him. The Wolves are going to be awarded with the point to go ahead in a very tight opening set here of today's matchup. Just exactly what you like to see coming out from these two clubs. Gavin Hassel once again take the serve. Heels on the line. Going to play that one into the front court. Now over the attacking line. And oh! Abdelaziz is going to play that one from underneath the net, but a great job by
Gavin Hassel. Oh, I thought it was Gavin on the slide. Oh, you're talking about the play afterwards.
Yeah, I'm talking about the play afterwards.
I'm talking about that slide. His hand was sliding right on the ground there, and it just touches it, and it goes. He gets a little lob. I think he flicked his fingers up, and it got it up in the air. And
the recovery was indeed exceptional. The Wolves are going to play the ball up. Nicely done and going for it. Ryan Lincoln, once again, we talk about how spectacular he was last game, and it's just a bad deflection there, redirection off of the block.
And always on the far side of the court, too. We're seeing a lot of blocks at that end. I don't think I've seen a single one on the ref side.
It's become a pattern in tonight's game.
Yeah.
The Lancers will take the go-ahead here. Now up 16-15 in the set. Over 50 viewers at home. We want to thank all of you guys for tuning in for tonight's matchup. Coming up here, Ryan Lincoln going for the tip now, nicely controlled by the Wolves, and Ryan Lincoln going for it again there, and a great blocking effort there by the Lancers, and pulling through. It was going to be Tobias Archibald there out in front to make that block.
I know there's been a lot of blocking in this game so far. We've seen it, and there's back-to-back blocks there by Loyalist. You know, Algonquin gets a spike blocked, and then another spike them, and Algonquin blocked again, but this time able to get that angle and exploit the open area.
They're going to come off a recent service error there and send that one right into the netting, and it's going to forfeit the point over to the Wolves. Now only trailing by 1 in the set here, looking to make a comeback against a tough 4-3 competitor.
And, you know, there's not really ever a right time to make a service error, but that definitely wasn't a well-timed one for sure, because, you know, they had a chance to really pad that lead there. You were up 17-15, and then maybe a chance to go up by 3 here and kind of get some distance here. We talk about how getting distance at this stage of the game is so important. They just weren't able to do that in the play, giving it back to Algonquin, and now they have the game tied up again.
At no point in the opening set is there a great time to give up an error. You can make an error in the second, you can make an error in the third, you can make an error in the fourth, but giving up crucial errors in the first is a momentum factor for both teams.
Oh, 100%. You look at it here. This game could be 19-15 right now, Bailey.
That's right.
Or sorry, 18-15, but it's 18-17 now for Algonquin. Or sorry, for the Loyalists.
Still 0 timeouts called.
I mean, there hasn't really been much. It's just been a lot of volleyball. There hasn't been much of a lot of like big mistakes. There haven't been a lot of moments where I think the coach is like, okay, we need to talk and get this solved right away, right?
Holy smokes, that's going to come up and over and way off of the sideline there. Great read nonetheless, and you got to credit Ryan Lincoln for not going out and playing the ball. I mean, you wouldn't have played that ball in any given situation, but still the Wolves will come through, and the set now tied up at 18 and very hard fought nose-to-nose battle here, neck and neck. Carl Rollins there with a nice serve, is able to place that one where he wanted, just like they drew up in the playbook there, and it's going to come down. Abdelaziz, nice dig coming out, and he's going to set up Ryan Lincoln on the defensive recovery there to come out and produce that kill. Great job by Abdelaziz.
And that'll be Ryan Lincoln's 4th kill of the night. He's had a great game so far. Leads his team in kills as of so far.
He really started to stand out during that George Brown game, but where he was really able to show his capability was against Fleming out of last week's game. He's able to put up some spectacular numbers here. It's going to be a little bit of controversy. Abdelaziz isn't liking what he's seeing. He's going to come over and talk to the referee. They're going to have a review on the play, I believe. Yella Koyman having a little bit of a talk with his team here. Coming through here. Nicely placed ball, but Abdelaziz is able to produce the block. Now transitioning over the attacking line, going for the attack there, but Malcolm Spence, your libero, to come up and save you when you need him most. Coming through here, and the Wolves are going to pull through at the point and take the go-ahead here in the set. Now up 20, only 5 points shy, but at this pace, it's looking like they'll need an extra 2 to break through in this set.
Yeah, and I mean, Algonquin did a really good job of getting Loyalists to move and get them out of position, right? And we talk about how important that is, how it's really easy to get points when you can get the opposing team out of position. That's exactly what Algonquin did in that play.
Ryan Lincoln's going to go for the serve, really playing and taking as much space as possible. Julian Tran, great effort by him there. It's going to be controlled by the libero into the front court. Well-coordinated block there, and it connected beautifully with the Wolves. Nice 2 consecutive back-to-back blocks, and now the Wolves are going to play this one in favor. It's going to come way over the line there. Yeah. Great coordination out of the 2 blocks coming out in front. Russell, what are your thoughts?
You know, great coordination too, and good read there by Julian Pren. That was a close call there. You know, when the ball is right up in the air and you can't see the line below you, it's really hard to anticipate whether or not that ball is going to land inside or outside. And good job from Julian Trent. He called it. He put his hand up in the air. He stepped away and went out of bounds. Paid off for him.
That's right. Coming out here, Ryan Lincoln. Gonna play this one into the front once again over the attacking line. The Wolves have just been working around those blocks so executionally tonight, and I mean, it's been working for them at every step of the way.
Bang! Oh, wow.
Spence coming forward, able to move the ball up. Abdelaziz coming in through the middle there, and a hard-fought block by the Lancers. The Wolves' efforts are going to get cut out off of a great rally there.
And this has been a really great back and forth set, really competitive on both ends. We're seeing it here. No team ever really given the other a chance to really break free from this. And I'm wondering here now, it always happens at some point in the set, a team breaks away and breaks through and gets away with it here.
Well, the Wolves, you know, talk about it, are making an incredible mid-season comeback here.
Yeah, well, you know, we talked about at the beginning, there's a lot of new players, and there's a miscommunication. And we saw in the first couple games where there was a lot of moments where it was like, who's getting that ball? Everyone kind of froze, no one was getting the ball. We're not seeing that anymore. These guys are really starting to come into their own. They're learning, they're getting that communication.
Julian Tran there, and the libero was able to handle that ball nicely, placing around the court there.
Oh, way outside.
Way over the Wolves. Now only one shy of taking this opening set.
Too shy. Yeah.
Too shy, it's 23.
And you'd almost think he was targeting the coach in that one, went right for the coach's leg.
It's been a big issue for the Lancers, giving up these points in bunches as of lately here. 3 errors coming off, and that's been crucial. Now with the Wolves at 2, a way of taking the chance of placing this one under their belt. And, you know, as we talked about earlier, and as any single volleyball game that we've ever covered or commentated, momentum is key, and setting the tone early on when coming out and winning the opening set is a crucial factor to team success here. So, you know, how can the Wolves keep up now after taking the first set underneath their belt? There's still volleyball to be played, but by the looks of it, the Wolves are the favorites heading out after the break.
Yeah, you know, they're just starting to get momentum here, and they took a couple advantage of a service error here, which really helped too. But I kind of think that this break is cutting their momentum a little bit. I mean, it's good on Loyalist being able to take this timeout. It's good for them, but Algonquin, taking a timeout this late is always never beneficial for the other team, in my opinion. You know, when you're on a roll, you don't want to stop. You want to keep playing, right?
Exactly. It's all about trying to kill that momentum a little bit, getting back to the bench, taking time to reflect, but really you want to kill the momentum. Great job here, both respective teams making their way back out onto the court. A little bit of joking going on the Wolves bench here, but the Wolves will start off with the serve after the recent break here. Julian Tran is a real X-Factor player. He's going to place that one right into the netting there, and he's going to give up the point. Now, Lancers only trailing by 2 here with the Wolves. Still a chance to win the set, but it is not unrealistic. Play that ball over, and that's going to be awarded to the Wolves here. Just an undisciplined error that you don't really want to be giving off the bat. But it's been hurting them so far in this opening set. I mean, the Wolves only 1 shy now.
Yeah, we talked about how no team is really starting to break away. Well, the Wolves are starting to break away now here. Ever since around the 21st point, they've really pulled away here. And now just within 1 here.
See if they can come off a serving ace. No, it looks like they're going to set up the ball beautifully there, but
that'll be game.
That won't be handled the way they wanted it to go, and not the way they drew up in the playbook. Russell, the Wolves are going to take the opening set underneath their belt here with a massive tone to have been set. They'll come out, and let's see if they can add to the momentum here. So just a great hard-fought effort back and forth, and it's a very different look than what we saw in the first meet against the Lancers. Russell, what's been your thoughts so far coming out of the opening set of the game here?
Well, you know, it was a very close set, you know, back and forth, you know, 1 to 2 point gaps here. And just at the end here, when we got around to like the 20th, 21st point, Algonquin started to hit their momentum, took advantage of a couple Loyalist serving errors, and were eventually able to pull away here, 25 to 21. So a 4 point gap, so not even that big of a gap, but sizable enough here. Good enough to get them the win, right?
Yeah.
I thought both sides were playing really great. Blocks were a big factor. We're seeing a lot of blocks so far on both ends. A lot of blocks backfiring a lot on both ends too, so I can only imagine that's going to keep up in the second set as well.
For sure.
Blocking, service errors, and actually not too many errors, to be entirely honest with you. A couple service errors here and there, but not like we saw in the women's game. We saw a lot of errors on both ends. You know, the teams just kind of making error after error here, but tonight, Teams are very, very tight, not really giving any team any breathing room.
That's right, and the Wolves have played a very hard-fought, neck and neck, very disciplined opening set, and that's exactly what you like to see from them here. And so far, frustrations aren't really starting to add up for this club as they've been on a roll lately. But with 1:30 left to go here in the break, we're going to take a little bit of a break to kind of catch up, work on the vocals a little bit. We'll be back with you guys shortly. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan, followed by your color commentator,
Russell Silverson. We're going to enjoy the singing performance here.
We'll be back with you guys shortly. Both teams back out on the court now after that Wolves recent set win here, setting the momentum, setting the tone of the game here early on, and we'll see if they're able to carry through with this one. But it's good to be back. Very excited to call this second potential middle frame of the match if the Wolves game plan goes according to how they drew it up. Russell, what are your thoughts heading out into this set?
No, I think the Wolves played great overall. Not really much to tweak here. Maybe watch the blocks a bit, get them a little more accurate. But the blocks are always sometimes a 50-50 thing depending on the spin of the ball. So overall, I thought they played a great game. His communication was there. The setting was there. Maybe you got to be able to anticipate a little bit more of those trick plays from Loyalist. We saw them a couple of times. They were able to get a point here. Keep doing plays like that.
Abdelaziz to get the ball back and up in action. Right on the floor as he pancaked down to get that one back up, and Julian Tran leaving to no other player with that amount of power to just blast that one right over the net off a dangerous spike opportunity.
He just got incredible aura, right? He rocks that headband like a pro, and I think it must give him some sort of superpower because he just plays phenomenal every night.
Ryan Lincoln kind of frustrated after that recent one here, was going to give it a point, but still early in the set here and not a massive issue to be dealt with. Coming through, nicely done. They're going to play that over Julian Tran. Nice job by him, and he was able to get the deflection off nicely. So, as mentioned earlier on, this is the Wolves men's and women's final home volleyball game of the 2024 calendar season. So heading into the 2025 season, we'll see more of the Wolves at home, but until now, this is our last game that the Wolves play here at the Wolves Den. Coach instructing Abdelaziz to come up and talk with the official here. Trying to discuss the point over, but Yella Koyman not too pleased with what he's been seeing as of late. He's kind of expressing his frustrations along the sideline there.
Yeah, you can hear from here, and just look at his head movement, right? Just shaking back and forth, not happy here. Thinks his team's probably at 4-0 instead of just 2-2.
They're going to do a great job at moving this one forward there. They're going to control the ball nicely. Now going for the attack. Oh!
Abdelaziz!
Give me one, baby. Give me one.
Oh, he's phenomenal, Bailey. He's really been putting on a show as of recently. We talked about him pancaking before, keeping that ball up alive here, and now getting that crucial spike and getting the point.
Wow,
He's
what
been great.
a beautiful play.
The magic of that headband. I don't know if it's as good as Connor David's from the men's soccer team, his headband, which he apparently never washes, but maybe Abdelaziz doesn't wash his too. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to talk to him after the game and ask him that.
Maybe it just adds to the luck, adds to the charm a little bit. Carl Rollins coming over. They're able to play the ball exceptionally well in the front court, and the Wolves' defense so far has been great. The transitions have been super. Abdelaziz is going to play the ball with a little bit too much firepower off of that recent transition in the front court.
And that fake spike there, we saw it. And we've seen a lot of fake plays here by both ends, honestly, like the fake spikes and stuff. Maybe a couple more different trick plays here by Loyalist, but the fake spikes we've seen a lot of tonight for sure.
That's right, getting down low.
Oh, Lincoln keeps it up.
Great job, but Abdelaziz is going to fork that one over the net off a recent bump there. Overhead set by Loyalist. Nice job by them. And it's going to be another overhead set. He's going to move this over. They're going to go on the attack there. Great job, Julian Tran. Now moving it over, not quite over the attacking line there, but Abdelaziz is going to bump that one over for the recovery. Now coming back the other way, Loyalist is going to play that one right off the arm of Ryan Lincoln there, and couldn't not quite recover from that one, but great recovery nonetheless. The Wolves had a really hard time at setting up for the offense, but great transition nonetheless.
Yeah, I know. And you see, he tried to dodge it last second there. He knew that ball was going out, but it's a little too hot to handle. It's going to skim his shoulder there.
Oh! Give me one again, Russell.
Abdelaziz, wow.
Just a conversion has been great here for the Wolves tonight, but Abdelaziz, how spectacular. 4 kills on the night, 2 digs. Oh.
Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. You can't leave that wide of a gap there because Abdelaziz is going to make you pay every single time. And Gavin Hassel now taking advantage, getting that service ace here. Loyalist just, you know, a little too far back and having to make an awkward split. They don't get it.
The point, the Wolves are just adding the toppings to the hot dogs here. It's exactly what you like to see. Not leaving for some dry scoring, but he'll come through with one of the most spectacular service aces I've ever seen in my entire life, coming from Gavin Hassel. How exceptional.
It's one thing to be accurate, it's another to have a hard shot, but when you put the two together, you get exactly what Gavin Hassel has there. He gets that one right on the line, right through 2 players, and no one has any answer. Titus to take the serves.
Tibidus will play that one nicely. It's going to move it into the front court now, going for it. Wow, just the way both teams have been able to recover defensively has been so well, but there was maybe something I did not catch there. I thought they were going to play the ball out of bounds unless it went off a Wolves player, but
maybe it was on the line. I don't know. I was pretty confident that one went out, but I don't have the view the ref has, so I will not discredit him.
Coming through, they're going to go for a really nice play there. Now sending it up in front for Rollins, and Rollins is going to play that one off the net and out here. The Wolves are giving up a couple of points based off of errors, and it's been hard so far. Not ones you want to be giving up, but the Lancers have been able to pull through in a 2-point lead now over the Wolves. Going for it. There's going to be way too much heat. What? What? Are you kidding me? Russell, did he play that one in?
I don't know. It was a little too hot to handle for me to see, Bailey.
Looked like that traveled over from like North America to Asia on that play. Just way over Europe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell for sure, but I'll go with the ref on this one. I won't discredit him. I can't probably see as well as he can.
Going for it, nonetheless. Ryan Lincoln, great attack there, and both teams have been able, we talked about tonight, been able to recover so well defensively here. And they were still able to make a pretty decent setup out of that last play there of Julian Tran trying to move it to the front. Ryan Lincoln there, nice play, able to get down low and get the dig in. Great job by him. Coming back the other way. Oh! Great job by Malcolm Spence. I mean, he didn't coordinate well with the ball on that play, but was going down flat to make the pancake, but this is a tough sight to see now, just staring right down at the scoreboard. The Lancers are 4 points ahead of the Wolves. Not a soothing stare, I tell you that much right now.
a couple maybe controversial, as we might think, calls that maybe could have been turned in Algonquin's favor, and if the two that we're talking about would have came back, would have been 8-8, but we can't rely on what ifs in this game. This is what we got. Algonquin down by 4 as what was a very close set up to the point in the last couple plays here. But Lancers, the first team to hit double digits, and they're up by 4. But you know, they've just probably been that little bit faster, that little bit more accurate here. Maybe that's what's hurting Algonquin right now.
Potentially so, potentially so. Both teams making their way back out onto the court here with the Loyalist Lancers coming out for the next serve. Look to see what they have in their back pocket here, and as I mentioned earlier on, out to take the serve. Air horn guy there was going to throw Titus right off his game. I mean, holy Lord.
And you see a couple Wolves players taunting the Loyalist side. They went up and, oh, they're going to get yellow carded for that. Are you kidding me? That's so soft.
Nakashima, I mean, this is no sport of hockey there. I mean, it's, you know.
I thought that was pretty funny. They went up and touched the spot over the black mat at the back, saying, oh, wow, you really hit that far, eh? Referee did not like that. I thought it was quite funny. I think even if you're a Loyalist fan, you can find that funny. I think even the server thought that was funny.
I love trash talking sports. I like friendly banter. I like that a lot.
Oh!
Cole Rollins, smack, baby. Sending that right home where it belongs. But I'm all for friendly banter. I love that. You know, I like the good occasional chirp here and there. But I find it soft when ref is dishing out these kind of, you know,
these yellow cards.
These cards, yeah, like, you know, just let the guys play the game. Like, you know, it's competitive nature. Allow for it just a little bit. Going down low, but they're going to play that one over.
Oh, and again, it's
just able to expose the sweet spot a little bit there. Pulling them all towards the net for offensive recovery, and just bang, able to expose entirely on that play.
And that's Carl Rollins again, back-to-back phenomenal plays, and he's going to get the Wolves within 1 now as another timeout is taken. Wow, he's been great as of late, eh, Bailey?
Oh, yeah. Carl Rollins has been absolutely spectacular. A threat, not a guy to be, not a force to be reckoned with in front of the net there. You see when they get tight to the net, they get up, they glue, they're able to get a high vertical in, a jump. He just records blocks left, right, and center like crazy, and they're so well coordinated as well, too. Like, I mean, the guy's just so disruptive out in front, a tall presence. We talk about him. He stands in at 6'6". He's the tallest player. Actually, there's 3 players that stand in at 6'6" on the squad. Abdelaziz and Ethan Fisher. Ethan Fisher, we haven't seen play too much lately there. He played an exceptional game against Fleming last week, but I don't believe we'll see much action coming from him in tonight's game. Carl Rollins, though, such a disruptive player in front of the net. Talk about him. He's got a great serve, able to set up the play. Abdelaziz here to take the recent serve. Let's see what he looks to do with it. Now the Wolves only trailing by 1. Let's see if they can add on.
Wow!
Yeah. That's exactly what you expect. Oh, buddy almost went head first into the wall.
That could have been a very unfortunate play there. Don't know why he went for that one. There was no shot in it coming back. But that one almost went onto our running track that's up top in the higher level here.
In hockey, if you're making a play like that, your neck is going bang right into the boards and you're suffering a massive concussion, out for the next 8 years. Abdelaziz, great spike there, but unable to get down low to get the dig in is Gavin Hassel there. I just got the overwhelming smell of citrus up in here. You smell that?
There's definitely a smell up here for sure. I don't know
what it is. A fruity smell.
I don't know what it is, though.
Got coming out there, nicely done there. Will they be able to move the ball into the front court? Looks like they're going to move it in over the attacking line. And Carl Rollins dare to slam the door in your face. He'll close down any opportunity you have of winning tonight's game because he's just that guy, pal.
He's him.
What did KSI say? He knows Victoria's Secret. He knows what the dog is doing.
That's funny.
He can see John Cena. He's just that guy.
He's him, yep.
He's just that guy. Great job at positioning the ball, going for it now. Setting up nicely. There's going to be a lot of back and forth action there, but Paul Rollins is going to get a bad tip off there, not the one he drew up in the playbook, and that's going to go way over the end line there off of his recent deflection. Nice bump by Malcolm Spencer. Gavin Hassel, what a setup to Nunez Cruz. Nunez Cruz even looking at him, he's giving him that recognition. He's like, buddy, if that were for you, that play never would have happened there, man.
Sent it over there like a wrapped Christmas present. I don't think it was what Loyalist was asking for Christmas, though. No, and Gavin Hassel really just proving again why he's the Wolves Den Athlete of the Week for this week. Just another great spike.
And a great play there by Loyalist nonetheless. Now only leading by one. It's a hard fought, very similar scoring to what we've seen in the opening set. Now out here right into the netting there, and those are errors you can't be giving up, but the Wolves will come back here with the equalizer. Nicely done.
And that'll be Tobias Archibald making the service error.
Tivitas. Coming out nicely done. He's going to move that ball the way they drew it up nicely. I believe coming off of that recent play it would have been Westerman. And now out to take the serve, Liam Hill.
He's been great for them all year.
Yeah, I missed one. I'm definitely not
I thought that one was pretty
here.
one out. I was pretty confident that was well outside the line.
Could Loyalist have potentially paid off the officials? Question mark.
Well, I don't know I'd go that far, but might have been hard for the ref to see. There's a lot of Algonquin bodies in the way.
I've certainly seen some biased calls here tonight, calls that should obviously not have been made. So coming out, Ryan Lincoln there, nice kill attempt by him, and Abdelaziz is going to shut that one down. It's going to hit the court before it makes its way back up. Fans are pleased to see that. Wow, what a beautiful block there by the Wolves nonetheless. Abdelaziz and Carl Rollins coming together to make a spectacular play. And Julian Tran.
Yeah, he's going to get beat on that one, but, you know, a big hole right in the middle of the court that Loyalist took advantage of.
You see, coming out now for the serve is Evan Westerman. We talked about him earlier on. Look to see what he's got in his pocket here for the Wolves. Coming out with the serve. Nice bump by Tran. He's going to move that one forward to the Wolves. Have just been able to work around this defense all night tonight. Transitions have been silky smooth. As Zohan would say. Moving that one forward, nice bump of the ball there. Beautiful overhead set, now going for the attack. Ryan Lincoln able to recover defensively, get the overhead set going once again. Now coming out, Ryan Lincoln is going to put a little bit too...
Okay, went off the hand of a Loyalist.
Big deflection there, and Ryan Lincoln's going to get credited at the point. Luckily for him, he'll come off another kill, but now the Wolves in behind the end line coming out for their next serve is Gavin Hassel here. Can he do it? Can he make the serving ace? He'll throw that one up. Wow, what a beautiful serve there. Puts that one exactly where he wanted, but he'll go in for a nice touch of the ball there and just.
Oh! Oh, no way.
Lack of communication going on there.
That was still a great play by Gavin Hassel to keep it alive. He gets it way up, but you know, usually it's really hard to get a lot of power on those kind of like pancake Superman dives, but Gavin Hassel got a lot of it, and too much, which is something like I never have to say.
One player I noticed who wasn't suited up for tonight's game, and Nakashima's in there, but Ben Puskis will not be in the lineup for today's game.
Yeah, no, I noticed at the beginning. Could be an injury.
There you go. That's exactly what you like to see, big Abdelaziz. He's rocking the George St. Pierre look with the bandana on. Coming out there, the ball is going to go up and away, and they'll play from outside the sideline there. Carl Rollins there to shut down the door once again, but no, it's going to be awarded to the Wolves on that play. A little bit of controversy, and Loyalist is not going to like the call all that much. You can see they're giving like a little stink face there to the officials. Not quite the call they wanted. But the Wolves will take the lead now, going up one here. Now up 18-17 over the Lancers, and just same storyline as we saw from last set. GSP Abdelaziz.
That's another great play by Abdelaziz, and for good reason too. Just the way he's able to place that ball and just get it to wherever he wants to go makes him such a phenomenal player.
Ball up, and wow, he was going to play that almost to the court on that play there, and trying to transition. He's going to force that one over and an overhead there. Nicely done. And Carl Rollins, wow, just exposing that backspace in the court there, and that's exactly what you like to see. Playing tight to the end line wouldn't make you bat an eye, but the Loyalist is going to call a timeout here. A much needed one, as they've let the Wolves really pull through here. Not even close. It's almost like a drag race between like an Audi R8 and a Volkswagen Jetta. I mean,
are you hinting to something, Bailey?
Potentially, but the R8 was just really able to pull ahead here of the Wolves.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that Jetta 212, man, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Volkswagen Jetta can go 212.
Very impressive here. But both teams will have a chance to reflect, and
I know it's kind of funny because Algonquin was down by 4 points at one point, and Lancers had the lead for a sizable portion of this game, but Algonquin really starting to pull away, and at the right time too. They're at that 20-point mark. Now is your time to really get hot and pull away and get the win.
But from what you've been seeing so far here, Russell, this has been the exact same storyline as of last set, right? This is the exact score we saw towards the end of last set, where the Wolves really were able to pull through a 20-17 point lead.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully it works in their favor, and history repeats itself. We can walk away with 2 sets in the win. If they win this set, it's more than likely that they're probably gonna be able to win the last set too.
It will put an immense amount of pressure there on Loyalist to make the comeback. But what a beautiful serve by Abdelaziz coming out.
They've yet to win this one, so we can't get ahead of ourselves.
But Ryan Lincoln's gonna close the door for them, Russell. He's gonna close the door. He's the guy who can see John Cena. He knows what the dog is doing. He knows Victoria's Secret. Just a beauty.
He's definitely a phenomenal player for sure, and you see it here get off a beautiful spike. And he sets up for another Abdelaziz serve.
Wow, just way too much power.
And he's a great player, but sometimes he just needs to tone it back a bit. He hits that ball hard. That time a little bit too hard.
I won't begin to express my frustration. It's all right here with the Wolves looking to pull back now. Coming up from in behind the serve line here is Groden. Coming out, look to see what he makes of it. Beautiful job by Spence to get that one over. And Carl Rollins, the Cameroon native, was going to send that one back into the moon.
Loyalist now under pressure. Still down by 2 here.
That's going to be a bump dumb. Nice job by Wow, the Wolves are just really pulling away with this one. Like you'd say, almost like an Audi R8 and a Volkswagen Jetta. You just don't suspect this kind of stuff, right?
I know.
But the Wolves are really starting to pull away. The gap is a lot tighter than you'd think it would be. But, I mean, with the Wolves only 3 points shy and Kyle Rollins from in behind the serve line and how great he's been, only time can tell. Coming up, nice job, and I'll be bumped away now. Coming out for the beautiful overhead set there, and the point's going to be awarded to the Lancers on this recent play
and
there.
Give credit to the Lancers here. As much as Algonquin's been starting to pull away, Lancers have kept in this game here. And Algonquin's only been ahead by 2. We're making it sound as if they're ahead by 4 or 5 points here. No, Lancers are only down by 2 here, and they're still very much in this game.
That's right, coming out from in behind now for the serve is Cannon. Like
are you kidding me on that play?
Last name. Cannon once again, Cannon camera from in behind the end line now coming for the serve. He's going to play this one. Beautifully positions it where he wants to. Now coming, he's going to send that one way over the end line now. It's getting tight, Same storyline as last set though.
And you know, Julian Tran, really great, picks his corners, able to really dish out that ball heavy and hard. But this time, just a little too hard. It's going to go at least a couple feet behind the net.
This has by far been the longest 2 sets of volleyball at home. But Ryan Lincoln able to break through once again with 6 kills on the night. Now turning it to 7.
And Gobel will now take the serve.
I haven't seen him play all that much.
Yeah, he's going to put that one in the net. And now Lancers, real chance here.
With the only opportunity he got shut down right away afterwards.
Well, the Lancers are now tied up the game here, and they're 2 points away. We just talked about how, the Wolves had this in the bag. No, they don't. We got a little ahead of ourselves there. And now this game is starting to slip through the fingertips of the Algonquin Wolves, almost like sand through the fingertips. Actually, more like sand through the fingers.
Gonna set up nicely.
Oh!
Nunes Cruz! Buddy! Oh my God, what a beautiful play nonetheless, and what a great setup coming in from Hassel there. But Julian Tran from in behind the end line, can he solidify this second set victory here for the Wolves? Only time could tell, but if he had to play some money on the line for this one, I'd say yes.
The team is in his hands off that serve, and he makes a great first serve here. Now,
great job at the move.
Gotta hold on.
Can't quite set it the way they want. Great recovery there.
Are you kidding me?
That one right outside. The point's going to be awarded.
And that's a really soft ball there by Nunes Cruz. You know, I'm all over the little tiny taps there, but he just does not place that one accurately enough. It's going to go out of bounds here, and we got a tie game here at 24 apiece.
This could potentially be the tightest volleyball match of all time.
And you know, we saw it in the second set too. Second set between the women's teams were really close. Now we're seeing it again with the men's teams. Could go down the wire again.
Oh! Only one away, Russell. Only one away, baby.
Well, this is what I like to see here.
Carl Rollins making his way back out onto the court.
But now, we saw this with the women's set too. It got really close back and forth. So I wonder if this is going to continue now.
They'll take off Malcolm Spence, the defensive specialist, and force for offense all in this next play. And that won't translate the way they wanted it to there. And just a bad misplay. The ball is going to go down there. Couldn't quite control it defensively the way they wanted it to. But Nunes Cruz will come off, and they'll bring Malcolm Spence back on for a little bit of that defensive reassurance. Going for it, and that's exactly what you need him for those great defensive recoveries. It's going to be placed back into the middle from behind the end line. Now come, oh, wow, what is that? What is that, buddy?
Out of here and to the moon.
Wolves really got to pull through with their next.
And you see Nunes Cruz on the bench here doing a baseball swing as if he was hitting a home run, and that one was very much out of the park. And now Gavin Hassel winning his hands here.
To very much limit the stress, this is a Brotley they certainly need to pull through in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, errors. You can't be making those. You cannot be making those.
after a great chance to just make a quick swish over, puts it right in the net, and he's blowing air after that. He's not happy with that play. Algonquin's going to go 2-0 in this one, and just Gavin Hassel off a great powerful serve. The ball went outside, right? You saw it, and it made it difficult, but they were able to send it in back in. The Loyalists were, and unfortunately, Loyalists will hit it into the net off an unfortunate bounce. A little too, not enough power.
Yeah.
Algonquin is just 1 set away from claiming victory.
And this is a Wolves team, a very different Wolves team than we've seen at the beginning of the season. Russell, this Wolves team was completely and utterly dismembered by the Lancers when they played them, you know,
just 2 weeks ago.
Just 2 weeks ago. Now this is a different Wolves team. They're not dismembering, you know, Lancers by any means, but man, this is some really hard fought back and forth volleyball. And I mean, they're really holding through. They came in a 2-set upset now over the Lancers, potentially pulling through in maybe their third and possible final set of the night, you know, like.
And you know, Vince Diesel once said, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning, and Algonquin's proved that. They've got a couple gutsy wins so far, and it's also even more impressive the fact that they've done it without Ben Puskis and Nick Barber, two of their best players. Ben Puskis being arguably their best defensive player, and Nick Barber just being an all-around great player here. So it's really great to see how this team's been able to come together, and I wonder how much more this team can take it to another level when they return.
Yeah. This game's kind of looking like a little bit of that, you know, just a heavy rivalry between these two clubs here. And you saw the way the Wolves were able to take down the 4-3 George Brown club, now struggling currently in the OCAAs. They're kind of losing their groove, kind of losing their momentum. You saw what that Wolves team was able to do to George Brown. Can they do the same here to Loyalists tonight? Only time will tell, but we'll take a little break here and we'll be back with you guys shortly. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan, followed by your color commentator,
Russell Silverson.
And we'll be back with you guys after the break. Now both teams making their way back out onto the court. We want to thank the 60 viewers at home who are tuning in for today's game between the Loyalist Lancers and your Algonquin Chainsaw College Wolves. Coming here for the opening serve of the set, coming through. Nicely done there. They were able to get down low and make the defensive play, but Nunez Cruz rushing out, almost ran face first into the referee's stand there. And nonetheless, they'll come out from in behind. Out to take the serve, Tobias Archibald here. He's been spectacular this game. Coming out here, he's going to play it under Abdelaziz. He's going to get the bump up. Nice back into play there. And Lancers already up one in the set. Great read by Hassel, and it's going to be played over to Tran. Tran's going to go for the spike on that play. He's going to be unsuccessful. Now pushing it over here, the Lancers. Setting up nicely. Nunez Cruz going for the attack there. Beautiful spike by him and a great celly to top that off. The set's going to be tied back up at one here, and that's exactly what you like to see coming up from this Wolves team. A hard-fought early effort. Awaiting the serve, coming in from the man himself, Ryan Lincoln. He's got 7 kills on the night, 0 digs, but it's been spectacular offensively.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to make a service error there, and Langer's going to go up 2-1 now. You don't see a lot of service errors from Ryan Lincoln. He's been very consistent, very hot as of late.
Yeah. Now coming out for the serve, he's going to play this one right into the netting, and the Wolves are going to come back up, tied in the set here at 2. With the Wolves with a 2-set favor in hand. It's really going to place a ton of pressure on the Lancers here, eh, Russell?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for sure, but, I mean, the game's still early. We've just started. It's 2 apiece. Nothing to get your feathers ruffled over.
He's going to play that one to the front, to the back there. A great transition, but it's going to be blocked, but the point's still going to be awarded to the Lancers as it's redirected out there. Wasn't the successful block attempt that the Wolves were looking for, but it was going to be one nonetheless. Win the serve, they're going to play this one nicely. Julian Tran getting down low, and Abdelaziz, he's going to play that one directly off the face of Westerman there.
Yeah, he took it like a champ, though. He gets right up, and he shrugs it right off. He's a tough cookie.
Westerman's going to come off. He's got 5 kills and 0 digs on the night, so talk about how great he's been offensively. Coming out now for the serve is Kean Titus. Right into the netting, an air horn guy coming in clutch as usual.
Into the netting, and even if it went over, it would have been still off to the side there, so sure you wish he could have had that one back.
Now coming out for the serve here, Gavin Hassel.
Wolves Den Athlete of the Week.
Play that one nicely and a good redirection, little pass there. It's going to be played up. Ryan Lincoln now playing tight to the net. He's going to move this one back to give a little bit of space clearance there, but nice job there by Abdelaziz to get that over. Block did not go the way it was planned for. A little bit of a weak spike coming back the other way right into the hands of Rollins and off. Two teams at the moment who look incredibly similar. Maybe the Wolves are just coming out hot, but they're starting to make a little good mid-season run here. Up, and what a deceiving setup. The point's going to be awarded to the Lancers. They were able to block that over to the Wolves' court. Up and away, and he's going to play heels on the line on that one. Great job to get that one off. Bump bottom by Tran and attacked. I believe that's going to be out. Yes, sir. It's going to be a word for Wolves there, and the Wolves will only go up and trail by 1 here to the Lancers.
And you saw the Lancers trying to take an advantage here of an open spot in that backcourt, and good job in them for aiming for that area. Obviously a little too far and wide, but the attempt was there.
Coming up for the attack, and a beautiful play nonetheless there. It is what it is.
Abdelaziz will send that one right into the netting, which is something that doesn't usually do often. Usually when he makes a service error, it's because he's hit it right to the moon, right? But
yeah,
bit of a different call there.
Coming out for the serve here, and look to see what he has in favor.
Oh, misplay!
Get the touch on that one, but Julian Tran going down and making a defensive recovery of the ball is just...
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay there by Malcolm Spence. Gonna just not quite get his hands in the right area. He's gonna roll off the fingertips.
Coming out here for the next service. Let's see what he's gonna do with this one. Nice bump by Spence. They're gonna play this one into the front court. Nice attack there for Julian Tran. They're gonna recover nicely, but Rollins, oh, slamming the door in the face as per usual. Great defensive recovery there by the Wolves, and I mean great defensive recovery there by the Lancers as well too, but the Wolves just able to capitalize on the counter attack, and we saw that purely and consistently coming from Rollins himself. Now coming out from in behind the serve line, they're going to play this one nicely in the front court. Ball's up and away, and it's going to be blocked. Oh! Nunez Cruz, what a great job by him.
And the sideline is going berserk. They hit a little celly here. They love that play. It was a big-time play, and it was worth it.
Great coordination by Nunez Cruz there, and Kyle Rollins to come back once again. to see. Doesn't take too much speed when moving up with the ball, but he'll play heels on the line and take as much space as possible. A little bit of a deceiving play there, but the ball is going to be moved nicely. The Wolves able to recover well defensively, able to move it up above the attacking line, and Ryan Lincoln there positioned the ball exactly where he wanted it to go and exactly where he drew up in that brain of his. Great job. Coming out again, Carl Rollins. Heels on the line as per usual. It's going to be played now in the middle of the backcourt, now moving forward. There's going to be a call here on the court. Not entirely sure why. It might be a little bit of a controversial one. It's going to be awarded to the Lancers, but was there a double touch on the play? Was there something I missed?
Go back to the Lancers here, and the rookie, Tobias Archibald, will go for it.
Come up and he'll play that one nicely. That's going to go up over the head of Abdelaziz. Not too sure if he knew where that one was going, but it's going to be played forward. Julian Tran and recovered by Nunez Cruz. Now setting up for Tran once again, and a nice recovery. He's going to play. Yeah, because that's what I thought they played over the netting there, but it's going to be awarded. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that, but
either way, it's what we're going to have to deal with here. Lancers up by 2 now. Toby Archibald to take the serve yet again.
They'll come out for the serve there. It'll play from the bottom. Nice job. Wolves just been able to control the ball so well. And I mean, Loyalist has too, and I mean, that's what's been giving them a hard-fought back and forth effort in tonight's game, but going for it's going to be bumped up and moved into the front, and holy Lord, that was, yeah, you can tell the Loyalist fans that are in attendance are not happy with the call, and there's going to be a little bit of discussion with the players and the officials here, but the point nonetheless is going to be awarded to the Wolves.
And all tied up yet again with Ryan Lincoln to take the serve. He's been great at this all night. Oh, a little off the netting. He'll get a little help there.
Go down and play from down under. Wolves going to be awarded with a point off of him.
That one goes right off the and that's just a great shot, outpowering the libero, Holden Bro. And Lincoln will go for back-to-back now.
With the potential we didn't think on the night, but the Wolves clearly here are the chance of a sweep. Going to play this one nicely, and they're going to set up extraordinarily well, but that's going to be sent way out over the end line into the corner of the court, and the Wolves are going to pull through with the point, now up 2 over the Lancers, and looking to maintain this lead and even pull ahead of them by more. They really got Loyalists in a pressure cooker situation here tonight, one that they're desperately trying to crawl out of.
Well, you know, the Wolves were down for a little bit here, but now a little bit of resurgence here. It was 8-10. They made 4 in a row. And now back at it.
They'll play it over, and there's going to be a touch on the netting there, and that's not what they want to see. Loyalists coming out here, errors left, right, and center, giving up points in bunches, and the Wolves will go up 3 here now over the Lancers. Timeout called here. My big color commentator, Russell Silverson, what's been your in-depth analysis as of this far?
You know, a lot of the same that we saw here from the first set. Wolves, you know, they started off a bit again, just serving up dimes, left, right, and center, getting the ball in. I think it's been the points that are getting off a good serve. You know, they've been getting good serves right off the bat, and it's led to them just being able to get control of the ball quickly. You know, Loyalist hasn't been able to get control, and then they kind of just throw it to Algonquin. Algonquin's ready, and they capitalize the point. So I think that's a big reason why they've been able to get the lead so far.
I agree with you 100%, Russell, and the Wolves are now making their way back out onto the court after that recent timeout. Not called by them, obviously, as they were pulling through in a hot streak there, but some discussion that desperately has to go on here at the Loyalist bench to work on future improvement.
And Ryan Lincoln is still serving here. He's been absolutely phenomenal off the serve on this little point streak of Algonquin.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
and he's
going to
gonna
be
get
played off the top of the netting there, and just a serving ace coming his way. But
and that's a prime example of they're not all pretty, but they all count. Ryan Lincoln getting a little bit of help from the net there. It's going to bounce off, and then Loyalist having to scramble to get the ball, and eventually the ball is never put in an area where they can get it. And what is this? Is this his 6th consecutive serve now?
Yeah. He's been spectacular tonight. You see it here, and just a misplay of the ball from in behind there. Great job at the recovery nonetheless, but they're going to play that one off the band of the netting. Trying to go back the other way, and great job on Ryan Lincoln to come in and make that last-ditch effort for the defensive play there. But Julian Tran unable to get that one up and over the netting. He's going to forfeit the point now. The Wolves still up by 3. It's a lead you want to be up by, but a lead if you're the Lancers you desperately want to close. Excited to see what comes out of this next serve here and how the Wolves will handle it. Coming up is Liam Hill.
You know, it's been a while since they served. And that could have been a bad case there for Algonquin, but they keep it in. It's still up! No way!
5 consecutive points, and great job by Abdelaziz there to get the dig in. Great job, good defensive recovery, and he'll come up here. Abdelaziz setting up the play. Some of the rare occasions that we played right into the face and out. That's going to be awarded.
And that's just a great couple back-to-back blocks here from Loyalist. You saw it, Algonquin going in for those big heavy spikes, but Loyalist standing tall like a brick wall, and they're just able to get those blocks and eventually get those points.
That's right. Coming out again, Liam Hill, who's got 8 kills on the night. You know how lethal he could be offensively there, but a misplay, the ball is going to go right off the end of the netting and back out onto the court. It's so loud in here, Russell. I can barely hear myself talk, but the fan attendance is unlike any other we've had so far this home game of the regular season. Yeah,
it's been very encouraging, Bailey. You know, a lot of fans cheering. You know, I remember the last time I was coming in here, because I wasn't here the last 2 weeks, there was a lot of last day chants breaking out, and I was very frustrated with that. Thankfully, Algonquin got the wins here. We didn't have to listen to the last day fans gloat here, but it's great to see all these Algonquin fans coming out and really getting engaged with the game.
The recovery has been great by the Lancers, but unable, and it puts them in a pressure cooker situation where they cannot set the ball up the way they want it to and are forced to make a last-second play at any given area of the court because they cannot set up the proper way. And that's been a current effort for them, so the current issue so far for them in this third set. But I mean, the Wolves have been able to pull through in a 16-12 lead. Let's see with Julian Tran here. Oh my Lord, that's going to be played on the inside.
Wow.
Yeah, that was in.
It was a close call though. It was on the line. I wasn't sure.
It was on the line, but it was a great play.
And that's just a really accurate. And those are the really kind of plays that you can't really teach. It's kind of an instant thing. It takes practice. And Julian Tran puts that one right in the line, and that's a money shot.
Job nonetheless, and the point's going to be awarded to the Lancers here, but the Wolves still currently opening the scoring gap, and this is kind of the way they want to keep it right now.
You know, after a really well-placed serve, that one kind of backfires on here, going right into the netting.
They're starting to finally break through that jawbreaker, and this is a tough competitor to do it against. Good play of the ball, and they're going to set up nicely there, and a good last recovery, but they're going to play that ball almost to the court there. Great job. Nunes! Give me one, Russell. Give me one, baby. That's exactly what you like to see.
Wow, a great play by him. And I think the thing I like about Nunes Cruz is just every time he makes a play, he's got that nice smile. I know this sounds like a little weird to say, but he's just got that kind of like, yeah, I got this kind of smile, you know?
That's right, that's right.
So calm, cool, and collected, and we see it there in that play.
Wow, what an incredibly different Wolf team that we've so far seen this season. I mean,
it's just the turnaround over these last few games. Abdelaziz!
It's just the turnaround, man, the Wolves have been able to throw a bit of momentum underneath their belt. They got a pretty decent home record. They're a 3-2 home record. They've come through. All their wins have been at home this season. I mean, just the momentum has really been shifting in their favor whenever they've been playing at home court.
Talk about that rocket shot there by Abdelaziz. That's hit harder than an ice cap and eggs the day after a hangover, Bailey. And look at this point streak. The Wolves are rolling here. It's phenomenal. We were not seeing this at the beginning of the season. There was a lot of frustration. A lot of, players would not act. Look at the guys on the side. Look how happy they are. They're just so in tune. They've really come together as a team.
To add on to your recent comment, I mean, what's an ice cap over a farmer's wrap? You're telling me that
Well, no, I'm talking about an iced cap and eggs, right? Because usually you caffeine and something, you usually eat eggs after a hangover, right?
Yeah, I'm a big Farmer's Wrap guy, but I'm a big Farmer's Wrap guy every morning.
I can say I know you are. Every morning I wake up and you're like, where do you want to go eat? And you're like, Timmy's. I'm like,
I
yeah.
freaking love Timmy's.
I mean, I don't blame you. It's the greatest fast food chain in the world.
It is. Thank the great number 7 Tim Horton every day. Oh, right into the netting there. Now they're just starting to play all over the place here. Now the Loyalists really need to get their house in order now.
A 7-point gap, and this run here, this point gap, has been phenomenal for Algonquin. They were down at the start of this set. And, it looked very close, very back and forth, and Algonquin's just been pulling away as of late. Really getting on a heater.
They really need to get their house back in order here because it's been all over the place.
In the middle, Malcolm Spence not able to get that one. He's smacking the ground on that one, but his boys will be there to comfort him and ready to move on to the next play.
The Wolves have been able to put a tremendous amount of pressure here on the Lancers, and it's really showing in the current score of the game. And I mean, 2 sets in favor, a 21-15 lead. 6-point conversion is going to be tough to come back from if you're the Lancers here, and that's one you're probably going to have to call a timeout in the very few minutes given if you desperately want to make a comeback coming through here in 5 sets. But by the looks of it, the Wolves are just eating up the hungry Lancers tonight. I mean, they're going to play it off the netting. Great anticipation by Abdelaziz to get down low. And pulling through there. Spike. I can't even get excited at this point. I just expect it at this point.
It's phenomenal the turnaround this team has had. And it's almost all culminating in this game. It wasn't 2 weeks ago this team lost 3-0 sets, and now they're on the verge of doing the reverse effect to Loyalist.
Coming through Abdelaziz, another hard-hitting serve. Holy Mackinac. And yeah, can't quite. Oh, buddy.
That was one too many touches if I've ever seen it, but
no, I don't think
doesn't matter. I swear that was 4 touches. I could be wrong. I wasn't good at math, Bailey, so.
But you were better than me in math in high school, and I remember that fondly. Now coming out here with the chance to close it, Abdelaziz. Money line, can he score 2 consecutive serving aces coming down low there? They'll
that was a good serve.
Well.
That was a good serve.
Move it to the front of the court. Well, way over the end line here. Now it's just all over the place. I'm pretty sure Loyalist has accepted their defeat at this point. There's no coming back.
Well, I don't know. There's still always a chance here. You never know. Anything can happen. It's sports.
It's sports, but it's too unlikely now. Like, I were pulling through in 16 points. When did Lancers get their recent point?
I don't know, actually. I thought that one went out. Unless it tipped off an Algonquin player, but I didn't see that.
Right, yeah, no, it was going to go to the Lancers.
That's game. Oh, no, sorry, wait, it's 23.
No, so. The point went down and it was given to the Lancers. I don't know what the call was, and I didn't know the argument. Anyways.
And now Carl Rollins, a chance to seal the game. And look, the Wolves are calling for a sweep. Sweep. The fans they want a sweep. Can Carl Rollins give them a sweep?
Gonna play this one to the front there. Great block there by the Wolves. Well coordinated. Abdelaziz.
We want a sweep here. Get your broom pads out.
We're gonna play this one.
Come on,
this is gonna be a good rally. You gotta fight for pride.
I didn't bring my. Bailey, my broomstick is sitting right beside me right now, and I was just getting ready to sweep here.
It's almost over, Russell. It's almost over. Yeah. They're not making the comeback, by the way.
Listen to this crowd here. They want that sweep, Bailey. They want it.
This is the sound of pure love from an awesome fan base. I'm telling you right now.
Love this crowd.
Best crowd in the OCAA now coming through.
Bang! And it's over.
The game in a sweep where they got dismembered 2 weeks ago by not the St. Lawrence Surge, but the Loyalist Lancers are going to pull through in a massive 3-set victory today. Russell, what's been your in-depth analysis as they pull through in their 3rd consecutive home victory and 3rd consecutive win of the season?
1 word, 3 letters, Bailey. Wow, just wow. They've been phenomenal. The way they've been able to turn around, come together as a team, and just play the way they've been playing. It's been a treat to watch, Bailey. And, me and you were both really frustrated commentating the games. Like, I know this is frustrating. It's hard to watch at times, right? But now, coming together, I think them being struggling at the beginning of the season has really made it more enjoyable to watch now, and I think you can see with the fans too. You know, it was frustrating that a lot of new players, hard to come together, but now they're coming together, and this is 3 wins in a row, Bailey. And this is a team who they couldn't even win a set against 2 weeks ago, and now the opposite effect has happened. And just look at it here, just a phenomenal team, phenomenal players, and they've come together, and you just see them playing more and more every game as a team. And I think they could be a sneaky dark horse pick in the playoffs.
They've been able to pull a complete 180 here as of lately, and I mean the Wolves, they're just so spectacular, they're so great. Two-way game has been insane. Their defensive recovery has been awesome. Their transition has been awesome. Their blocks, their disruptiveness, their everything is pretty much adding on to everything you just said. But I mean, wow, full 180, and this is exactly what you'll have to see.
I just want to
Wolves
point out,
squad.
no Nick Barber, no Ben Puskis. Can you imagine how good this team's going to be when those 2 players come back? I'm telling you, sneaky dark horse playoff team. If I'm a playoff team, I don't want to play these guys in the offs.
100%. They're looking like the 2019 St. Louis Blues, you know?
Oh.
Pulling through that incredible Stanley Cup run by them. Oh, very excited to see how the rest of this Wolves season is going to go, because it's just been spectacular. And this is the last time we're going to watch the Wolves play in 2024.
Yep, exactly. So,
and they got an easy schedule now from here out for the rest of the season. They play, I believe, Fleming, Loyalist, and Fleming in their next 2 games here of 2024. So those are 2 easy victories coming to you.
Well, nothing's ever a given here, but yes, they're not playing those playoff higher-up teams in the standings. They're not playing like who is the top, actually? I'm lost, actually. But they're not
still
Humber, yeah.
Humber.
They're not playing like Humber or anything like that. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully this momentum can shift over into the new year, and we'll see more of this amazing Wolves volleyball team we've been seeing.
That's right. Well, we want to thank all of you guys who tuned in for today's game. We want to thank all you guys for watching, for coming, paying tickets, come and watch tonight's match. It was a great, great, great game to commentate in a highly anticipated one at that. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Bevan, followed by the one, the only, the greatest color commentator of all time,
Russell Silverton. Thank you, Bailey. Likewise, over to you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Tune in tomorrow for some Wolves basketball games, and we'll see you again soon.
Take care, guys. Have a good night.